we're going to look at function notation now. Okay, and this is the idea of our function notation. Our f at x, this means the function with the variable x in it is equal to, and this is the function they're referring to, 9x plus 1. Really, it's the idea that this is just the y. Think of it like we've replaced y with f at x. Okay, and in the question, they want us to evaluate when x equals 0. So I have to write this in function notation, and function notation is very specific. It helps us solve things. So what that means is in our first one, I'm going to be replacing x with the number 0. So when I write it as function notation, I'm going to say f at, and I no longer say x. What do I say there? Do you know? What are we replacing it with?
0.
Yeah. F at 0 equals, and in the equation, I replace all of the x's
0?
with the number 0. Right?
Well, then there's another.
So f at 0 is equal to 9 times 0. Do you know? Anything times 0?
Is 0.
Yeah. So 0 plus 1 is going to be just 1 in this case. So f at 0 equals 1. And then they also asked us for x at 2. So if I write down function notation, again I write f, and what do I write in brackets?
X is 2, so you put f2.
f2. And how would I write that as the equation?
What we did was 9 plus 1, and then equals. Oh, so they want you to solve it twice with both the 2 and.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, so we'll just kind of work out the rest. I replaced x again with 2, so 9 times 2 gives us 18. I'll write my.
This doesn't have to do with anything like domain and range, right?
No, this is just function notation. It's a little different, yeah. So f at 2 in this one is equal to 19. And what we're going to do is we're going to double check this, okay? Because technically, I can graph this f at x, okay? And I'll show you. Over here, here's our graph. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring it over to the other page so I can write on it. Okay? This was that graph we were talking about, right? Let me just zoom out a little. Oh, no, I don't need to. They asked us to find when we were 0. So 0, if we went up, remember our answer was the value of 1. Okay, I'll delete that to show you that idea. Remember at 0, we were 1, right, on the function. And if you forget that's this idea, remember we plugged in 0, we got the value of 1. And when we graphed that, that's exactly what we got, 0 and 1. And the other number we're looking at was when we were at 2. So we'll go all the way over to 2. Oh, and I do have to zoom out a little. And 2 was what number?
19.
19. And let's see if we got that actually in our, when we worked it out. F at 2 was?
19.
19, right? So it was actually the exact same thing, right?
So that right there is 0, 1, and then you go up to.
I think 2 is about there. Like 2, 4, 6. It'd be better if I had a better graph to zoom in, but here's essentially our idea of 2 and 19. Okay?
Oh, okay. It's going on the blue line, like the blue line is or like.
Yeah, it's exactly where our blue line would be.